Hey everyone, today on GardenFork we're going to start to explore fireplace cooking or fireplace cookery. We have a really nice fireplace in our house upstate, and I've always wondered maybe we could try and cook food in here, so we're going to try. In other older homes they have those giant fireplaces with the big hook that swings in and the little oven on the side and all that, so we're going to try some rudimentary stuff here, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try a rhubarb cobbler in a Dutch oven in the fireplace. Oh, and the dogs aren't here because they're scared to death of the fireplace. They're outside. So here's our Dutch oven. Dutch ovens are really great for fireplace cooking. You can make stews in them, stuff like that. There's some Dutch ovens that have little legs on them, so they'll sit in the fire because they're built for campfires, and some of them have like an inverted lid so you can put coals on the top. Ours is more of a oven kind of thing, but we'll figure it out. So what one of my ovens did come with was this little stand, so you could put it in your fire or your campfire. You know, fireplace cooking is just like it's a kind of a version of camping, you know, in a way. So we started our fire. It's been about 45 minutes. We're going to whack the coals off. And this is, I've never done this before. It's going to be a total experiment. But we had some rhubarb in the freezer. So I pulled that out. And we're going to cook. We're going to make a rhubarb cobbler. Cobbler is where the cake mixture is on the bottom and the fruit is on the top. A crisp is where the fruit is on the bottom and the topping is on the top. The topping's on the top. So the first thing we're going to do is going to take this and we're going to melt some butter in it. You could just put it in your fireplace and do it, but the stove's awful convenient. So, okay, so we take one stick of butter, and now we're going to coat the rhubarb with a little bit of sugar and a little bit of lemon. There we go. I don't know if you remember from our previous rhubarb episodes, but I don't like a whole lot of sugar. I like kind of the tartness to come through. So we're going to, this is about 3-4 cups of rhubarb, and we're going to put 3/4 of a cup of sugar in here. So that's flour. And then I know this is sacrilege, but we don't have any lemons, and we live in the middle of nowhere here, so a little bit of lemon juice on there. You could also put orange zest in there. Would be a lot of fun too. Butter is one of the 3 or 4 food groups we eat. Now we're just going to make the cobbler part really simple. Just some flour, and I thought about walnuts and I didn't have any, but I have some almonds, so I'm going to throw that in. And also, we're going to do this later, but I've seen some recipes on the web for what's called a fruit dump, where you buy a box of cake mix. And I was at the store today and I saw cake mixes and I thought maybe we'll make a cake in the fireplace. But you take some fruit and a box of cake mix and you dump it in the cast iron and you put it in the oven, not the oven, what's that thing called, the fireplace, and you see what happens. Alright, now let's make our, what's this thing called? The cobbler part. A tablespoon of baking powder. High-tech recipe I made up here. I'm kind of on the fly here, so we're going to see what happens. A little bit of cinnamon in there. What's really important when you're using rhubarb is some sort of thickener. Some people use flour, some people use tapioca. I like cornstarch, and you can also use arrowroot. The almonds, I don't know, let's try a handful. Let's say a ½ cup. I was just informed that we do have walnuts, but I forgot. So we got almonds. I mean, it's GardenFork. We're just going to kind of wing it. Alright, so we're in the living room now. I had to put up some ghastly lights to light up because it's kind of a dark area here near the fireplace. But we're going to put our flour mixture into the Dutch oven. You just there's the melted butter in there, we just put it right on top. I think I'm doing this right. Alright, and then we take the, it's got a little liquid in it. Well, we'll figure that out. So then we take our rhubarb and put that on the top. So now you have to prepare the fire. And our fire here, this might look kind of mediocre, but this is kind of perfect. It's not a giant roaring fire. I'm just going to knock the coals down. neighbors are visiting. All right, so this is perfect. Here we have some coals on the ground here, not the ground, but on the grate. And I'm just going to take this thing and stick it right there. I'm going to turn it every once in a while. We don't want the flaming logs right near it, but we'll see what happens. Okay, some of our friends who are visiting have left. Bill and Elsa and Elias are here for dinner, and I've been turning the Dutch oven about every 10 minutes in here, and then I just put it on the side here because it's been in here for about 30 minutes. So, and here we go. I didn't put any coals on the top because this lid doesn't really work for that, but there are other cast iron Dutch ovens where you put coals on the top, but I think it did pretty good. So let's see what this looks like. Wow, that looks burnt. Wow, that is really burnt.
Oh, that'll be good. Yeah, it looks a little burned.
Okay.
Around the edge.
That's what happens when people bring over Dom Perignon champagne. And we drank a lot of it. All right, well, we'll take this into the kitchen and we'll give it a taste test, and we'll see what happens.
It'll be good.
If all else fails, we have ice cream for dessert. So, okay, so Elsa's making some dinner. We're going to do a little taste test of our dessert here, see what this is like. Okay, the edges are burnt, but yeah, I think the whole thing is burnt. Yeah, that's burnt. Oh man. Wow, it really smells burnt too. That's not going to be fun to clean. I'm going to have to re-season this whole cast iron pan. Well, let me try the rhubarb at least, alright? So I think I had it too close to the coals. But I'm going to learn more about this and see what we can do better. I kind of don't want to burn my tongue because I'm going to have dinner later. This part's really good. Lemony rhubarb, but it has a burnt smell to it. So, all right, so we're going to work on this. If you've done some fireplace cooking, tell me what I did wrong here. And meanwhile, I got to soak this pot overnight and clean it. So. That's it for today, but thanks for watching. Make it a great day. Have a good one.
A properly seasoned pan, a breeze to clean.